For those of you who just joined this channel, you can go here and watch what this channel is about. You can do it later. Link to that video will be in the description for this video. Today we're discussing a very important subject. How to specify your goal. How to make it in a way you can achieve it. Because one of the first traps that we are getting into, and I will discuss a lot of them in the future, but this is one of the most important and first traps that we can fall into, put the goal that you can never achieve. Imagine our life like, let's say, stairways to the heaven. When every week, or maybe every year, you need to build the next step in order to move forward. For this, we are usually set our goals. And very important, in order to achieve this goal, that this goal should have three specific things. First one, it should be measurable. Second of all, it should be time constrained. And third of all, it should be achievable. Now let's discuss each of these items separately. Measurable. Why it's so important to have goal measurable? Let's take an example. Goal, I would like to learn how to play guitar. Sounds very reasonable goal. But answer me one question. When do you stop? When do you really achieve this goal? When do you think that you're done? At the point when you learn solfeggio? Or at the point when you learn 10 gammas? Or play solo? Or bass? Or rhythm? Or advanced song? I'm playing guitar, so I know how things work. And I understand that it is not really easy to play guitar. But, you see the goal, I want to learn how to play guitar, and how are you going to achieve it? When you need to stop in order to say, I'm done. I have my stairway step, and I'm actually stepping forward. After 3 gammas, after we play simple 4 chords, this is why it's very important to have your goal measurable. When you can, maybe not physically touch it, it really depends what your goal is, but something like tangible. Something you can say, okay, I have this, I cross it out, I'm done. Next step where? Forward. I cross this out, another step forward. This is when you feel a lot of energy and positive things that you accomplished this, which is our third point, but this is very related. Without clear understanding what you want to achieve, this is actually first, I would say, step backward, or first failure which you can achieve when you start doing new thing. Time constraint. Why your goal should be time constrained? In human nature, we cannot work on something for a very long time. Our mind set in the way we need to see result, or we need to get some benefit out of what we are doing in fairly short period of time. It doesn't need to be a day, of course, but at least within a month or two. In addition to this, our surrounding, our environment, in nowadays change very rapidly. So what we have in 2-3 months, you already done something. During your work on achievement of your goal, things change. Your goal may transform to something else. And if you don't have some things that you can, remember step 1, measure, if you are not achieving something, this is when you fell to the trap, oh, I cannot do this. Or, nah, you know what, it is not for me. It is bullshit. The only things that you did wrong here, you didn't put particular time constraint for your goal. Put it like, again, return back in conjunction with step number 1, put like a goal for 3 to 5 weeks. try to achieve something out of your measurements of your goal. And then, even if you fail on your measurement, this is nothing wrong with this. As I said in my first video, everyone fails. Everyone. The only thing is that we need to stand up, learn from our failures, and move forward. And if you don't have some shorter or mid-term time constraint on your goal, you would end up that your goal would constantly transform. In 3-5 months, you will already forget why you even started it. And then, guess what? You are not achieving. And here we are moving to the step number 3. Achievable. Why it's very important to have goal achievable? It sounds very obvious, and I think everyone understands this, but unfortunately I saw many people who try to build their goal without clear understanding where they are standing right now. With false belief that they already know something or they already have some capability or skill to success. Let's take an example again, like bodybuilder. So you are start level or maybe medium level bodybuilder, and you decided to look like Mr. Olympia or Miss Olympia. Watching a lot of movies, see how Mr. Olympia doing workout, write it down, start doing this and say, okay, in a year or two I will look like him. Maybe I will take some medicine, I will be good. And guess what? In a year or two you barely change yourself, not even close to Miss or Mr. Olympia. Why? Because they are already doing this like 15-20 years. They started from very simple exercises, they progressing, they moving, they shaping, they drying themselves. And this all what they did, and you don't know about this. And therefore putting goal that you are not achieving, it's put yourself for failure at the very beginning. So therefore you need to have some goals in conjunction with number 1 and 2 previously that you can measure, within time frame, and you understand, is it achievable or not? Which means that first you need to do some research, at least a little bit, about I want this, so what I need to do. And again, let's back to my example with guitar. You need to do very quick research. What does it mean? What I need to learn? How much time usually it takes for people to play guitar? Like for example, I want to play like this person. How long this person already playing? How long this person, when this person started at least? And then you can start putting the picture all together, how this fit for your life. Because if you understand that, for example, you cannot build your body in next like 2 years, maybe it is not what you want. Or if you cannot start playing guitar on the level you want, like Brian May, I'm pretty sure not many people can play like Brian May, but if you cannot play this level in like 5 years, maybe you need to find something else. Or maybe you need to put proper goal, like not play like Brian May, play like my neighbor, who really play not really bad, but at least this is what you can achieve and you can compare with. So this is why very important, why you need to have achievable goal. To summarize, again, we need to have goal that you can measure in order to understand and track. You're done, to get our self-satisfaction from the work we done, to have benefits for ourselves, and actually say that we did good job. If you fail, it's fine, you learn from this, put better measurements that actually fits for you and move forward. Second, time constraint. Do it fairly short time, week, 3, maximum 5, in order to get result, in order to see, are you getting in the right direction? Are you doing everything you need for achieving your goal, or you already derailed completely and you're moving 180 degrees opposite side? And third one, achievable. Don't bullshit yourself. Don't think that you know more than you are. This is why a lot of people put themselves for failure when they put something that they cannot achieve eventually, because again, they fell to the trap that they thought they know better, or it was easy for this guy, never even trying to understand how difficult it is, never learning about the things. At least a week research, like every night, like 1 hour, what does it mean, how much it takes, how much it costs, because it may be financial reason why you cannot achieve this. And this would help, these simple 3 steps will help you to set up goals that more achievable, you can track them more frequent, you can enjoy from result more frequent, and you will set up yourself for success. And I would like to finish today by citing Arnold Schwarzenegger. I really admire this person. His achievements and everything that he did for himself. I know how it's difficult to come from different country to build himself in new country and achieve whatever he achieved. It is incredible. And even though I'm not really a big fan of motivation, honestly I think motivation doing a lot of harm to people, and I'm on completely opposite side of university about motivation, and this would be another video in my blog why. But his video, it's about 9 minutes, you can find it in YouTube, it's have millions of views. In this video, out of these 9 minutes, I found for myself 2 very interesting things that he said, and I remember them for a long time, and I think that forever. First thing is, every minute somebody becomes better, somebody becomes smarter, somebody makes him or herself better than they were yesterday. And second, when people ask him, why are you always smiling? You're working so hard, but you're always smiling. And he said, you know what? I have a goal. I have vision, what I want to do. And every workout, every time, I have 10,000 steps. Every workout, every time, when I do something to have another step to my goal, it makes me happy. And I'm smiling after every set, after every push, because I know that it makes me closer to my goal. It is very related to the subject that we discussed today, therefore I think that this is very good completion of this video. So don't forget, set your goal properly. And I really want you to set up yourself for success from the very beginning.